Hi there, I'm Daniel Mintz. I'm Looker's Chief Data Evangelist, and today I'm going to give you a quick demonstration of how Looker can help you do your job better. Looker is a data platform, maybe unlike some of the analytic tools that you've used in the past, and that really lets Looker insert itself directly into your existing workflows to make it easier for you to do your job, for you to access the data that you need wherever you need it. So I'm actually going to start in my email rather than in Looker because that's a way that a lot of users actually use Looker. They schedule emails to send them the data that they need. So when I get in this morning, I'm the manager of a Philadelphia warehouse and I see that there are 5 orders that are delayed. I'm going to click here to view this data in Looker so that I can take some action on them and explore a little bit further. So this takes me right into Looker's interface. And from here, I can see who the users are. I can see when these orders were created, that they're all still in the processing status. And I can also see that 3 of the orders contain items from Dockers, so maybe there's an issue there. I can navigate around in Looker because it's all in the browser, so I can use this to explore a little bit more about Eleanor. I'm going to go to her lookup dashboard and really dig into who she is. So it turns out that Eleanor is in California. She's made 13 lifetime orders for almost $500, so she's quite a loyal customer, someone that we want to take good care of. And this really isn't good. She's had an order that's been processing for quite a while, so I'm going to email her a promotion to thank her for her loyalty and to give her a discount. So we'll go ahead and do that, and I can do that right from within Looker. I just sent her an email. I'm going to jump back to the overall view, and I see, there's still a bunch more people. I want someone to deal with this. So I'm actually going to send a message to my colleagues in a Slack channel asking them to take a look at these orders and, letting them know that I've already emailed Eleanor, but I want them to handle this. And again, I'm doing this all from right within Looker's interface in my browser, so I'm not jumping between tools. So now that I've taken care of that first issue, I'm going to jump over to our overall Business Pulse dashboard so I can see what's happening with the business overall. So here I have a bunch of tiles. I can see how many new users have been acquired, what our repeat purchase rate is. I can see where people are spending the most. I can see, how many sales we've made and that we've had a big spike recently, which is great. I can see user behavior by traffic sort, cohorting, all of this, sort of standard dashboard stuff. But again, because Looker is in my browser, I can, we can insert links out. So I could go from Levi's in my most viewed brands to Levi's website. I also can change filters, and these are all customizable. So, here we've added custom filters for state and city, and I'm going to zoom in on the area of the country that I'm responsible for. So Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York. I can now see, all of these tiles have updated based on that because Looker is connected directly to your database. So you're not limited to the data that's on your machine or in a workbook, but rather you can explore all the data. And so, what I'm going to do now is I'm looking at this user behavior by traffic source, and I notice something a little weird. So I'm going to explore from here. And, we designed this interface to be really familiar to business users, easy for them to use. You can, see what's going on using the terms that you're familiar with that make sense to your business. So I'm looking at this. I see display users are making initial purchases, but then not making that many lifetime orders. I want to look at the 30-day repeat purchase rate. Now that's, a complex metric. It's something that maybe I don't know the exact technical definition for, but that's okay. Because Looker is a data platform, someone who does know the exact technical definition that we want to use at our company has defined that metric and made it available to me. The only thing I have to know is its name. Sure enough, they are much lower than users who are coming in from other sources. So I'm going to focus in on that by removing these other fields that I'm not that interested in. And I'm actually going to filter down to the display users so that I can look just at them. And we see now that, they're only 4.5% of them are making a second purchase within 30 days. That's not great. But now I want to see whether that's a new phenomenon. So I'm going to add this concept of a month. And I'm going to expand my window, which is really easy to do. I can just say, I want to see the past 12 months rather than just the past 90 days. I run that and I see, sure enough, this is a new phenomenon, right? This is something that's changed dramatically over the last few months. So maybe we change something about the way our ads are targeted. I'm going to check one more thing before I send it over to them to see whether or not this is mostly men or women who are being affected, or maybe both. So I add gender. And if you're familiar with the concept of pivot tables in Excel, this will be really familiar to you. I'm going to pivot gender so that men and women each get their own column, and then I can compare their 30-day repeat purchase rate. And I see that they do differ quite a bit, but both have actually dropped off a bunch in the last couple of months. So, the nice part about Looker being a data platform that's centralized is it makes it really easy to share insights. So I'm going to click the share link, and that lets me pull a URL, just copy and paste it, send it over to my ad guru. They're going to pop it into their browser, and they're going to be taken right to the spot where I was, where they can do some more exploring or take action on this data. Maybe take a look at whether the targeting has changed, what's changed about our ads. So this is probably something that I'm going to want to keep an eye on. This is an important metric for me. So I'm going to save this as a look. I'm going to save it as a report that I can access again later very easily. I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to call it repeat purchases by display users, and that'll make it really easy to find in Looker in the future. And, I don't even want to have to remember to come back to this next month to check whether whatever changes were made with the ads have, reverted and are doing better. So I'm actually going to schedule this, and Looker makes that as easy as a few clicks. I'm going to schedule it and say, you know what? Every month on the first of the month, I want to get this as an email, as a visualization, and I'm going to save that. And now on the first of next month and the month thereafter, I'm going to get an email with this data so I can keep an eye on it and make sure things are getting better. And that, again, is just really key to how Looker makes this easy. And so that's just a little bit about Looker, how you could, use it to do your job better, to access the data that you need to make data-driven decisions. We hope that this has been helpful. We hope that you'll reach out to us and we can show you what Looker could do for you, how it would work on your own data. Thanks.